Have you ever considered how emotional baggage might be the clutter holding you back from embracing minimalism in its true essence? Often when we think of minimalism, we think of decluttering our homes and simplifying our lives, but the concept runs much deeper. It's about stripping away the excess, not just in our physical spaces, but in our minds and hearts as well. Today we're delving into the idea of emotional minimalism and how it can free us from the weight of past traumas, regrets and fears. We'll explore the connection between our emotional baggage and our ability to live minimally, and how shedding these emotional burdens can lead to a more fulfilling, peaceful life. By understanding these concepts, you'll gain insights into your own emotional baggage and learn how to begin the process of letting it go. So stay tuned as we unfold the layers of emotional baggage and the liberating path of minimalism. What if we told you that minimalism is not just about tangible clutter? Indeed, it goes far beyond physical possessions and into the realm of our emotions. We're discussing emotional baggage today, a concept that's often overlooked, but significantly impacts our lives. Consider this: our experiences shape us, and sometimes they leave a lasting imprint. These imprints, or emotional baggage, can be past failures, disappointments, or traumas that we carry with us. They can cloud our judgment, hinder our growth, and weigh us down, much like a bag filled with unnecessary items. This contradicts the minimalist lifestyle, which is all about simplicity, clarity, and lightness, both physically and emotionally. So how can we apply minimalism to our emotional landscape? The journey begins with acknowledging our emotional baggage. By identifying these burdens, we're taking the first step towards a lighter, more minimalist lifestyle. The first step towards a minimalist lifestyle is identifying and acknowledging our emotional baggage. Scene script. Are you aware of the invisible load you carry every day? Imagine walking around with a backpack filled to the brim with rocks. Each rock represents a past hurt, a regret, a grudge, or an unfulfilled expectation. This is the metaphorical backpack of emotional baggage, and it's something most of us are carrying around without even realizing it. Emotional baggage can take a toll on our mental health. It's like a cloud that hovers above us, casting a shadow over everything we do. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. It's an unseen burden that can make it difficult for us to enjoy life and connect with others. Moreover, it can impact our relationships. When we carry unresolved issues, it's like walking around with an open wound. Every interaction can potentially trigger that wound, causing us to overreact or withdraw, straining our relationships. The weight of this baggage can also hinder our personal growth. It's hard to move forward when we're constantly looking back, reliving past hurts and resentments. It's like trying to run a race with a heavy backpack. It slows us down and exhausts us. It prevents us from reaching our true potential and achieving the happiness we deserve. But the most profound impact of emotional baggage is perhaps on our overall quality of life. It influences our thoughts, our actions, and our perceptions. It can make us cynical, distrustful, and pessimistic. It can rob us of our joy, our peace, and our ability to live in the moment. The weight of emotional baggage can be heavy, but the good news is it's not permanent. Remember, it's never too late to start unpacking that backpack. By acknowledging it and working through it, we can lighten our load and pave the way for a happier, healthier life. So take a step today towards unburdening your soul. It's time to let go. Ready to lighten your load? Let's delve into some strategies for adopting a minimalist approach to emotions. Now, this doesn't mean we're trying to feel less. Oh no, quite the contrary. We're aiming to feel deeply, but without the excess baggage that often comes along with our emotions. First off, let's talk about mindfulness. Mindfulness is essentially the practice of being fully present and engaged in whatever you're doing at this very moment, without judgment or distraction. It's about acknowledging your feelings, but not being overwhelmed by them. Picture your emotions as clouds passing by in the sky. Observe them, acknowledge them, but don't let them cover your entire sky. Next, let's discuss emotional intelligence. This is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions as well as the emotions of others. It involves empathy, self-awareness, and effective communication. By developing your emotional intelligence, you're not only better equipped to handle your own feelings, but also to interact with others in a more understanding and compassionate manner. And finally, self-care. This is not just about bubble baths and scented candles, although they can certainly be part of it. Self-care is about setting boundaries, saying no when needed, and prioritizing your well-being. It's about understanding that it's okay to put yourself first sometimes. It's not selfish, it's necessary. So how does all this tie into emotional minimalism? Well, by practicing mindfulness, you're learning to manage your emotional response to situations. By developing your emotional intelligence, you're able to understand and navigate your feelings better. And by prioritizing self-care, you're ensuring that you're in the best possible state to handle whatever emotions come your way. Remember, the goal isn't to be emotionless, it's to be less burdened by our emotions. By adopting these strategies, we can start to peel away the layers of emotional baggage, making room for a lighter, more authentic, and more fulfilling existence. Who doesn't love a good success story? Let's plunge into the heartening narratives of those who have boldly embraced the path of emotional minimalism. These tales are not just about decluttering physical spaces, but rather about purging emotional closets and freeing the mind. One such story is of Joan. Once weighed down by the burdens of her past, Joan had found herself shackled by regrets and what-ifs. However, her life took a turn when she stumbled upon the idea of emotional minimalism. She began to discard feelings that no longer served her and instead chose to invest in emotions that brought her joy and peace. Today, Joan is a beacon of positivity, her life a testament to the transformative power of emotional minimalism. Next, we have the inspiring chronicle of Mark. Mark was a classic overthinker, his mind an incessant whirlwind of thoughts and worries. The moment he discovered emotional minimalism, he saw it as a tool to silence the chaos within. He started practicing mindfulness, focusing on the present, and gradually let go of the unnecessary emotional noise. Today, Mark is serene and composed, his calm demeanor a reflection of the tranquility within. Finally, let's talk about Sarah. Sarah was a prisoner of societal expectations, constantly seeking validation from others. Emotional minimalism for her was a path to self-discovery. She realized that her worth was not tied to others' opinions. She began to shed these external pressures, choosing instead to embrace her authentic self. Today, Sarah lives life on her own terms, unapologetically and with gusto. These stories are but a few drops in the vast ocean of emotional minimalism. They serve as reminders that it is possible to break free from the chains of emotional clutter and live a life of simplicity and authenticity. Every story is unique, every journey different, yet the destination remains the same, a life of peace and tranquility. These stories prove that emotional minimalism is not just a concept, but a liberating lifestyle. So, what does freedom really feel like? It's a breath of fresh air, a lightness in every step. It's the peace found in simplicity, the joy in the present moment. We've journeyed together through the concept of emotional baggage, its impact, and how we can lighten our loads through minimalist living. We've heard stories of liberation, of individuals breaking free from the chains of their past. Now it's time for you to reflect. What weighs you down? What emotions are you clinging onto that no longer serve you? Remember, emotional minimalism isn't about neglecting your feelings, it's about acknowledging them, understanding them, and letting them go when the time is right. It's about making space for new experiences, for growth, for happiness. It's about living freely, unburdened by the past. Remember, the journey to emotional minimalism is a journey to self-discovery and freedom. And that's a wrap on our exploration of emotional baggage and minimalism. It's been a fascinating journey, hasn't it? Unraveling the layers of our emotions and finding ways to lighten the load. We hope you found this content insightful and inspiring. If you've enjoyed this deep dive, show us some love by hitting the like button. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe to stay updated with all our latest explorations. Sharing our content with your friends can also help spread the word about the beauty of embracing minimalism. For more insights and musings, you can check out our other social platforms. You'll find the links below. Your support helps us to continue creating content that inspires and educates. Remember, it's not just about living with less stuff, but also about carrying less emotional weight. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep embracing minimalism in all aspects of life.